It's the ultimate showdown of superstores. We got Walmart over here, we got Target right here, and then for some of you watching this, you might not have ever heard of this superstore, but we got Meijer over in this corner. Which one's going to win? Which one's the most popular? Which one has the best prices? Well, we're gonna find that out in this next episode of Lansing Michigan Life right now. Hey there folks, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. I'm a top producing realtor in the Greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you watching this channel. And on this channel, I have an extensive library. I'm actually one of the only YouTube channels that has such an extensive library about anything you want to know about the Greater Lansing, Michigan area. Suburbs, pros and cons, different tips, things that you need to know about buying a house in this area. I have all of those videos covered and more, and I have more coming up to the plate as well. So if you want to be able to reach out to me and talk about your real estate goals, I'm more than happy to speak with you. All my contact information is in the description below. You can feel free to call me, email me, text me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to talk with you and discuss your real estate goals. Also, if you haven't already, if you could like this video, or if you could subscribe to my channel, or ring the bell, ding, 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 for notifications so you could be the first to be notified when a new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live, I would greatly appreciate that because we have new episodes going live once or twice a week and you're not gonna wanna miss the newest episode. So in this one, I figured I would have a little bit of fun because Walmart, Target, and a store called Meijer are all within the Lansing area. And for some of you watching this coming from different states, some of you might have heard of Meijer, some of you might not have. And you'll hear people saying Meijer wrong all the time. They say it Meijers around here, it drives me crazy. Some people say Walmarts, that drives me crazy here in this area too. I used to call Walmart Wally World. I don't know what you call Walmart out in your area, but most of you have heard of Walmart. Most of you have probably heard of Target because it's a nationwide place. Meijer is a very regional place and it started in Lansing in the 1960s. And has just been around the Lansing area. They continue to be able to expand within the Lansing area. So as I'm going through each of these different superstores, the thing I want you to keep in mind is that I will be talking a little bit, here and there about Meijer and what it's like as well if you're not really familiar with it. So what are we evaluating? The best superstore criteria? Well, we're evaluating it with price, cleanliness and their look, product quality, grocery quality, rewards, and with convenience. So 6 categories. Now, if you don't like what I have to say, I do welcome you to comment below and interact with me. Tell me why you think one of them is better than the other or in what category am I completely wrong, okay? Feel free to interact with me. I would love to be able to interact with you that way too. The first category has to do with price. So which one reigns supreme on price? Well, Walmart has always been known for always low prices always. In fact, when you go through a Walmart store, you will be able to see, like through the aisles of Walmart, you'll be able to see always low prices everywhere. They're rolling back prices. I've heard from many people that when you go into their grocery section, especially if you go to a supercenter, that their groceries, you typically don't, they accept coupons, but their prices are lower than most grocery stores. So you don't really need to have them. Now, compared to Aldi, I think Walmart's a little bit more expensive maybe than what Aldi would be. But they are definitely lower, have some of the best deals for Black Friday. They have some of the best discounts. Target has more higher end quality stuff. And so what I have found from people is they say they are more expensive, but a lot of people really like the quality that they have. And so because of that, that's gonna make the prices go higher. Now, Target does have a grocery section in some of their areas, and in Lansing area, there is no super Target. It's just a basic Target store. So your groceries are gonna be limited, and when that's the case, you might see higher prices. So that, Target, from my understanding, is that they basically have the higher prices. And then you have Meijer, and Meijer is a one-stop shop place, okay? An intro for all of you out there who have never heard of Meijer. It's basically a Walmart Supercenter or Super Target without the need to even call it a super, because all Meijers are the same. They have a grocery section. Some of them have gas stations at them. So they are just a one-stop shop for everything. And what I found is that people see that they're more in the middle of the road. They're not as expensive as Target, but they are more expensive than Walmart. That's what I was getting at. The thing that you had to realize though about Meijer, and this is something I'm gonna get into later, is they do have a rewards program to help offset maybe some of those higher costs, which is known as M-Perks. And if you use those M-Perks rewards, and if you use the digital coupons in the app, okay, maybe that will be able to help you out a little bit with cost. But Meijer is just kind of middle of the road as far as prices. So round one goes to Walmart. Walmart wins the first round here. So it's Walmart 1, Target 0, Meijer 0, as we continue to move on here. So category 2 has to do with cleanliness and look. So some of this is gonna be subjective, you guys. Okay, just to let you know, this is just in my opinion, because I've been through pretty much all of the Walmarts, all of the Targets, all of the Meijers within the area, okay? I can say Meijers because that's plural, okay? I'm saying it right. Walmart, what I will tell you is that they upgraded some of them in the area. They did remodel some of them. Depending on the location that you go to, can be a little bit more run down and maybe not as organized. But again, that depends on the location, because there is a Supercenter in Delta Township that I feel does a really good job of keeping up with the cleanliness, and they updated some things within there, so the look I feel is pretty good. So Target, and please don't shoot the messenger because I know some of you out there are hardcore Target people, okay? I know, so please don't be offended by this, but honestly, you guys, I do not like the look of Target inside. When you walk inside, it feels to me like how Kmart used to feel. And Kmart to me was like a step below just in the look. I mean, it's red signage and the floors look a little bit older. Now, I haven't been, we don't have super Targets here in Lansing. So again, I'm talking strictly about Lansing area. I'm not talking about nationwide. So if you're watching this nationwide, be like, well, you need to go to my Target. Okay, well, I'm only talking about the Lansing area here. And in Lansing, we don't have a super Target. We just have the basic Targets. And they have remodeled some of them, and they make it look a little classier inside with some of the signage. But they got rid of the snack bar inside of Target, okay? I love the snack bar there, all right? And they got rid of it. I guess that's not a huge problem, but to me, it was. I like the snack bar there at Target. But the look to me, I feel it looks cheap. I mean, for the quality of products that Target has, I feel it looks cheap. That's just me. So Meijer, in the greater Lansing area, they have remodeled a lot of them, or a lot of them have been newly built. And so, and you're gonna see here, on this episode, you're gonna see the inside of each of these, right? And you'll be able to judge what each of these look like. And the inside of Meijer, they did a really good job remodeling a lot of them. And they really spent a lot of money in there. The lighting looks good. It looks more upscale. Even in the grocery section, the lighting looks good, where they have the produce. They made like a deli market area. I just feel like it looks way more upscale. The other thing I want to tell you too, that they did not get rid of in Meijer, and for those of you who know Meijer, you're going to appreciate this, but they have like a little horse inside of every single Meijer, and I think they call her Penny. And the reason why they call her Penny is because it just costs you 1 penny to be able to ride this horse, and they haven't changed the price on it at all. So it's pretty cool. Like, kids typically ride it, they're supposed to ride it, but it's only 1 penny, and it's something that has been in Meijer forever, okay? So that is a cool little feature. I like that look inside the store as well. So for cleanliness and look, I give the edge to Meijer because they remodeled so many of them, okay? So Meijer wins that round. So we got Walmart with 1, Target with 0, and Meijer with 1. Okay, so moving on, the product quality. Now I kind of hinted on this a little bit, just earlier. So Walmart might have cheaper prices, but the product quality I've heard just might not be as good. I have seen people really not love some of the different brands that come to Walmart, and so they had to replace them, or they get broken easily, and then they had to get a new one. So that's the verdict of Walmart. I would tend to agree with that. I don't think the quality is there. Target, they are really known for their design, style of home style stuff, Clothing, they have a really good clothing brand that's there as well. It's not just a Target brand, but like the products they bring in for clothing, definitely high quality. So when looking at this, and then Meijer is the last thing. And Meijer, like, again, they're more middle of the road. The look, I feel, stands out. They have a lot of the products that a lot of the places have, but it is more middle of the road. Like, I think it has a better reputation than Walmart does for product quality, but not the reputation that Target has. So there we go. Now I'm gonna get to it. The winner of this is Target. So we have a tie, folks. It's 1 to 1 to 1, and I'm getting to number 4. So number 4 has to do with grocery quality. Now, I told you there's no Super Target in the area, and there are some Walmarts that don't have, that aren't super Walmarts, but every single one of them does have a grocery section in them. So if I'm comparing apples to apples, like I had to compare all Meijers, which a lot of them have the same size grocery section. And then I'm putting the super Walmarts in there with the standard Walmarts. And then I'm putting the Targets in there, but we have no super Targets in our area. So, but they still have some sort of grocery section. You know, price-wise, I would say Walmart is definitely better, but produce-wise, the grocery quality quite isn't there. The variety quite isn't there. And that's what people really care about, is meat and produce, some of the things that do vary from store to store. So Walmart definitely doesn't have the great grocery quality. Target, I mean, I was just in there in the Target, and in their grocery section, I mean, it is such a small produce section. I mean, they might have some higher end grocery stuff, but it's not gonna be something that I feel like is just gonna be of good quality. And then Meijer, it's just huge in every single one. Like, they have a huge produce section with lots of variety. They have a deli store, they have a meat counter store, they have just a lot of different products, including Meijer brand products that are of a decent quality. So for grocery quality, and I've heard this across the board from everybody, when you compare the 3 superstores, Meijer wins on grocery quality for that. So Meijer has 2, Target 1, Walmart 1. The next thing has to do with rewards. So Walmart right now, and I'm gonna be comparing the rewards programs for things that don't cost any money, okay? For things that don't cost any money at all. Walmart really doesn't have a program that doesn't cost money. If you wanna become a part of a rewards program, you had to pay for Walmart Plus. You can get the free shipping, free pickup. You have all those options, right? So that's Walmart. Target has a Target Circle program. You get 1% back and you get some discounts with that. They do have what's known as the Target Red Card. I don't have it, but from my understanding, you can get 5% back on all your purchases using the Target Red Card. And that credit card doesn't cost you anything, but some people really don't love having a credit card, but it is an option that you could have. So that benefit alone for having 5% back isn't bad. And then you have Meijer, and Meijer has an M-Perks program. Now all 3, Meijer and Walmart and Target, they all have apps. The Meijer app, the thing to keep in mind is the Meijer app has your M-Perks rewards balance, but they also have digital coupons that you can clip, and they vary week to week. Sometimes you can get great deals with them. And also, like, you can use the rewards towards in-store purchases, but also you can use the rewards towards gas if you want to. Also, you get mailers in the mail that are deals specifically for you that are uploaded to your account. Sometimes you can get free milk, free bananas, free bread. You know, you can get money off of different products as well. The M-Perks program it would be like around 1% cash back that you would get with that. The Target Red program is 1% as well. But then if you fill up at a pharmacy, you get bonus M-Perks at Meijer. Meijer has the pharmacy. If you fill up there, you get bonus from that. I don't think Target has that, even though they have a pharmacy. I don't think there's bonuses for that. So my judgment call here, the best rewards program goes to Meijer, just because you have additional deals that you can get. In the app, you can do free, pickup as well for a certain minimum. It's just really convenient. I feel it's an easy app to be able to use. So if you're looking strictly for rewards, Meijer is the one to use. So now, Meijer has 3, I believe. Yeah, 3, 1, 1. And then the last thing has to do with convenience. So the thing I want you to keep in mind with Walmart, Target, and Meijer are the locations in Greater Lansing. So in the Greater Lansing area, there's a total of 4 Walmart locations. Now, I grew up in areas where Walmart was king, like that was the only place that you would go to, or there would be multiple Walmart locations. You could be coming from a location, or from a location in the United States where Walmart is king. There's just tons of Walmarts there. So in Greater Lansing, out of a 500,000 person area, 4 locations. There's one in the west side of town that's a super center. You have one in the center of town that's a basic Walmart. You have one on the eastern part of town in Okemos that's a basic Walmart. And then you have another Walmart super center in the northern part of town in St. John's. I also believe that there is, so I said 4, there might be 5. I think that there's another one in Charlotte, a Walmart in the Charlotte area as well. So that's 5 locations, not just 4. So 5 locations of Walmarts. Charlotte is towards the southwest side. Then Target, they do have 4 locations. I know that for a fact. So none of them are super Targets. And then the 3 locations one is on the south side of town of Lansing. The other is on the west side of town in Lansing and Delta Township. And the other side is in Okemos in the eastern part of town. Then the 4th location is a little bit different than the others because it's in downtown East Lansing, close to Michigan State University, and it's just a smaller Target. It has all the basic things you would need, but they do call it Target. I mean, it's a Target that's there, it's just extremely small. So it's not like the full-scale Target, but there is one in East Lansing. So 4 total locations there. Meijer, within the area, and I don't think that you're aware of this, has 10 locations in the Greater Lansing area. Count that. 10 locations. There's one in DeWitt, there's one in Delta Township, there's one in south side of town, there's one in Mason, there's one in Charlotte, there's one, I mean, they are everywhere. There are some cities that don't have a Meijer, yes, but 10 locations throughout the area, that's more than double of a lot. That's actually more than Target and Walmart combined in the area. So if you're looking for convenience and you want to drive somewhere that's going to be a little bit closer to you. Even if you think about pickup right now, how everyone's doing pickup orders and they don't want to have to go in the store, they just rather go online and be able to purchase it ahead of time, right? You're probably going to want to go to wherever it's going to be the closest and most convenient to you. So in this case, just because of how many there are and the proximity that all of them are at, Meijer wins for convenience. So if we're adding up the scores, we got 1 for Walmart, 1 for Target, 4 for Meijer. So Meijer wins in this showdown. So congratulations to Meijer for this. Now, I'm inviting you to please, in the comments below, if you disagree with any part of this, let me know. I'm more than willing to interact with you. You could tell me something maybe that I didn't even know, but I would love to be able to interact with you on this. Also, if you are looking to move to the Greater Lansing area and you just need some more tips and tricks, I mean, this is a tip about learning about Meijer, okay? I'm happy to share so much more with you than just about the Superstores, okay? About housing, what you're looking for. Feel free to contact me. In the description below, all my contact information is there. And also, if you could, please like, subscribe, or ring the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to be notified when a brand new episode of Lansing, Michigan Life goes live. You don't know what's gonna come up next, so you're definitely gonna wanna ring that bell and find out what's going to be coming up here on Lansing, Michigan Life. Thank you so much for watching this, and until next time, everybody, take care. Have a great day.